Hello, my awesome students. My name is Marietu Sise, or you can call me Mrs. Sise, and I'm the teacher who will talk to you on the radio. I wish I could see you in person, but I know that you'll listen carefully and do your best. Before we start, I have an important message to share with you. Washing our hands is an important way to protect ourselves only during this time, but always. Washing our hands is an important way to protect ourselves not only during this time, but always. Remember what we discussed before about germs? Germs are so small that you cannot even see them with your own eyeball. Because germs are so small and you cannot see them, they can get inside of our bodies and make us sick. Not all germs are bad, but the ones that are bad can make us very sick. When we wash our hands with soap and water, we are protecting ourselves from those bad germs getting into our bodies.
How do germs get on our hands?
Great question, my dear. Germs can live everywhere, in the air, on our food, in the dirt, and on our bodies. Most germs cannot hurt us, but there are some bad germs in the world that can make us very sick. When we don't wash our hands, we let those germs live on us. Last time we spoke about getting help if someone is hurting you. Do you remember what we are supposed to do? When are we being hurt by any adults, what we are supposed to do?
Yes, we are supposed to tell an adult with us. If we do not have an adult with us, we can go to the police station. At the police station, someone will be there to listen to us and ask us questions about what is happening.
Very good. Do you know what it means when someone or something is safe?
Yes, when I am safe, I am protected from being hurt. School should be safe. My home should be safe.
Excellent. The word safe means exactly that, being protected from harm. S-A-F-E. Safe. Can you write down that word? S-A-F-E. Very good. When something is unsafe, that means we have the possibility of getting hurt. For example, when a bridge is broken, it is unsafe. We have the possibility of getting hurt when a bridge is unsafe. Just like a broken bridge, there are many places that are not safe for children. If you ever feel like someone is bringing you to an unsafe place, please tell an adult right away. Do you understand?
Yes, if someone tries to bring me to an unsafe place, I should tell an adult right away.
Very good. It is important to be brave and tell an adult anytime you feel unsafe. Now it is time for our lesson. Today we have another reading session together. I'm feeling very great and happy because I know we'll do lots of fun activities. How are you feeling today? Remember, last time we practiced the sentence, countries had a meeting about the world's ocean. We practiced blending sounds to read and write the words like pest, bug, dust, big, swept, and rug. We use our words to read the sentence, Tom swept the dust from the rug. Last we read and discussed the passage, can you fish anywhere in the ocean? I also want to tell your families about the great work you did in your last assignment. Hello, families! Please ask your child about the story they wrote about someone fishing in the ocean. I'm sure they did an awesome job. Today we have 6 fun activities. Number 1, we'll do an activity called sentence warm-up. Number 2, we'll do an activity called sight words. Number 3, we'll do an activity called Brilliance Blending. Number 4, we'll do an activity called Write and Read. Number 5, we'll do an activity called Listen and Write. And number 6, we'll do an activity called Read Aloud. Let's have a great class together. First, it's time for a sentence warm-up. Today our practice sentence is, we should stop catching fish during special times of year. You will listen while I'll say the sentences 2 times. Then I'll tell you when it is time for us to read the sentences together. Ready? Listen first. We should stop catching fish during special times of year. We should stop catching fish during special times of year. Okay, when I say your turn, then you can all say it together. Ready? Your turn.
We should stop catching fish during special times of year.
One more time.
We should stop catching fish during special times of year.
When I hear the sentence, we should stop catching fish during special times of year, it makes me think about fish swimming in the water. If we are always catching them, then they never have a chance to have baby fish. We need baby fish to have time to grow up so that there will be more fish to catch. I think that special times of year means the times when the fish are having babies. That is the time that we should stop catching them. And I want you also to think about how you do a drama for the sentence, we should stop catching fish during special times of year. Who would like to be the big fish taking care of the baby fish? Yes? Peter? Good. Will you also be a baby fish swimming around, Shola? Okay. Or will you be a person trying to catch the fish with a fishing pole? All right. Now I will give you 5 seconds to think about how you do a drama to show the sentence, we should stop catching fish during special time of year. I hope you have your drama idea ready. Now, I'll say the sentence and I want you all, including those at home, to do your drama. Ready? Your turn. The students here with me did a wonderful drama. I wish I could see your beautiful dramas at home too. I am sure you did a great job. Now I have some questions for you. When I ask the question, if the answer is yes, stand up. If the answer is no, sit down. If the answer is yes, you stand up. If the answer is no, sit down. Let's begin. First question. Should we stop catching fish sometimes? Next question. Should we stop exercising sometimes? Next question. Should we stop brushing our teeth sometimes? Next question. Should we stop eating candy sometimes? Next question. Should we stop eating sweets sometimes? Wonderful job answering those questions. Now let's say the words catching. I wonder if you can tell me how many syllables there are in the word catching. You'll listen while I clap the syllables in the word. Then I'll tell you when it is your turn to try. Ready? Listen. Catching. Catching. Ready? Your turn.
Catching. Catching.
How many syllables are in catching?
2.
Yes, there are 2 syllables. Catching is one word with 2 syllables. The root word is catch. Is catch a noun, a verb, or an adjective? Remember, a verb is an action word, used with or without object. Catch is a verb. In this sentence, it is used with the ing sound at the end. Listen. Catch, catching. By adding ing, catching can become the object of the sentence. We is the subject in the sentence. Stop is the verb. And catching fish is the object. We can use this with other verbs too. For example, eat is the verb. We should stop eating candy is a sentence where the action is the object of the sentence. Now it is time for sight words. This is the new part of our lesson where we'll review sight words. Sight words are words that we use a lot, so we want to be able to read them quickly when we see them. In your notebook, I want you to have a special place where you write your sight words. Every day you put your sight words in the same place. It should be at the front of your book or it should be at the back of your book. But you need 4 pages only for sight words. On sight words page 1, you'll write the number 7 and 8 with a space next to each number for a word. Go ahead and write 7 and 8. Now, you will write the sight word I'll tell you next to the numbers. Number 7, write the word in. The word has 2 letters and is spelled I-N. Number 8, write the word on. This word has 2 letters and is spelled O-N. Let's also review numbers from before. Last time, we had 2 other sight words. They were, number 5 is the word A. This word has 1 letter and is spelled A. Number 6 is the word toe. This word has 2 letters and it's spelled T-O. Fantastic! Now we'll play a sight words game. I'll say a word and you will point to the word in your notebook and will say how to spell it. It could be sight words that you wrote before. Ready? Let's go. In. Point to the word in. Look at the word and read it. In. On. Point to the word on. Look at the word and read it. On. A. Point to the word A. Look at the word and read it. A. Toe. Point to the word toe. look at the word and read it toe. In. Point to the word in. Look at the word and read it in. Off. Point to the word off. Look at the word and read it off. On. Point to the word on. Look at the word and read it on. And. Point to the word and. Look at the word and read it and. Great job with our sight words today. Remember, save those 4 pages in your notebook for your collection of sight words. We'll add more sight words in our next session. Now it's time for Brilliance Blending. Are you ready? At the beginning of a word, sometimes we have one sound, and sometimes we have 2 sounds. Today, let's practice some words that have 2 sounds at the beginning of the word. Number 1. First, you listen. Blast. 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 Now you can try. Ready? Your turn.
Blast. Blast.
Number 2. First, you listen. Felt. Felt. Now you can try. Ready? Your turn.
Felt. Felt.
Number 3. First you listen. Wind. Wind. Now you can try. Ready? Your turn.
Wind. Wind.
Number 4. First you listen. Strong. 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 Now you can try. Ready? Your turn.
Strong. Strong.
Number 5. First you listen. West. West. Now you can try. Ready? Your turn.
West. West.
Number 6. First you listen. From. From. Now you can try. Ready? Your turn.
From. From.
Excellent work. Now I'm going to spell a word for you to write. Then you read the word together with me. Number 1. Write the word spelled B-L-A-S-T. Now try to read and pronounce this word on your own. Listen while I sound out the word. Blast. 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 The letters BL together makes the sound bl. A makes the sound a. And ST makes the sound st. Your turn.
Blast. 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 Blast.
Number 2. Write the word spelled W-I-N-D. Now try to read and pronounce this word on your own. Listen while I sound out the word. Wind. 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 The letter W makes the sound W. I makes the sound E. and ND together makes the sound nd. Your turn.
Wind. Wind.
Number 3. Write the word spelled W-E-S-T. Now try to read and pronounce this word on your own. Listen while I sound out the word. W-E-S-T, west. W-E-S-T, west. The letter W makes the sound W. E makes the sound E. And ST together makes the sound ST. Your turn.
West. West.
Yeah, you were working very hard. Now let's do a small brain break to celebrate. We'll do a breathing exercise. Please stand up. Now breathe in and raise your hands above your head. Breathe out and put your hands down. Again, breathe in. Raise your hands above your head. Breathe out. Put your hands down. Last time. Breathe in. Raise your hands above your head. Breathe out. Put your hands down. Well done. Are you ready to do listen and write? Please take out your notebook and pencil and get ready to listen carefully. Number 1. Write the sentence, Fran felt a strong blast of wind. I'll say it again. Fran felt a strong blast of wind. Good job. Now we are going to check and see if you wrote your words correctly. Ready? 1. Fran has the sounds fr, a, n, and it is spelled F-R-A-N. Number 2. Felt has the sounds f, e, l, t, and it is spelled F-E-L-T. Number 3. A is a sight word, and it is spelled to the letter A. Number 4. Strong has the sounds str, a, ng, and it is spelled S-T-R-O-N-G. Number 5. Blast has the sounds bl, a, st, and it is spelled B-L-A-S-T. Number 6. Off is a sight word, and it is spelled O-F. Number 7. Wind has the sounds w-I-nd, and it is spelled W-I-N-D. Now look at the words and read them as I say the sentence again. Fran felt a strong blast of wind. Remember, this is a sentence, so the first letter of the first word should be capitalized, and there should be a period or full stop at the end. Period is another name for full stop. What does the sentence Fran felt a strong blast of wind mean? Fran is a person in the sentence. What happened to her? Felt is the past tense of the verb feel. Strong blast of wind means a forceful wind that comes very fast. I imagine Fran is walking down the street and suddenly the wind gets very strong and she feels it on her face. Now let's read the sentence together again.
Fran felt a strong blast of wind.
Great job. Our last activity today is read aloud. I'm going to read you another passage about fishing. This text is adapted from an excerpt of the article Africa Starts a Fishing Revolution, published by the United Nations magazine, Africa Renewal. This passage is called Managing Fishing Stock. Hearing that title makes me wonder, what is fishing stock? Stock means the amount of something you have. So fishing stock means the amount of fish. When I read, I want you to listen for the main idea of the passage. That is the information that helps us to understand what the passage is most about. People and governments can work together to protect fish stock. The women's smoked fish is sold to people in the village or to companies of export to other countries. Now, let's look at the passage again. When I read, I want you to listen for the main idea of the passage. That's the information that helps us to understand what the passage is mostly about. Are people and governments working together to protect fish stock? Are the women's smoked fish being sold to people in other countries? Now let's find out. People and governments can work together to protect fish stock. There is an example from Senegal that shows what is possible. In a village on Senegal's coast, hundreds of women clean and smoke the 50 tons of fish every year. This fish is caught in the Atlantic Ocean by people in canoes. The women sell their smoked fish to people in the village or to companies for export to Asia, mostly to Japan or other countries. The villages became concerned that overfishing was beginning to deplete the stock of offshore fish. The women sell their smoked fish to people in the village or to companies for export to Asia, mostly to Japan. The villages became concerned that overfishing was beginning to deplete the stocks of offshore fish. They welcomed support from the Senegalese government and the Japanese government to improve management of fishing. Not only these villagers now better organized than they were a few years ago, but they have learned to follow rules against catching certain fish during special times of year. So the fish have time to increase their population. Since the project began, the village has increased the amount of fish they catch each year. Wow, what an interesting passage. After listening to the passage, I want you to see if we can find the main idea of the text.
I know. The passage was talking about fishing stock.
Okay? The passage was talking about fish farming, but we need more information. What was the main idea about fish farming?
I am not sure about the main idea.
That's okay. It can be hard to find the main idea sometimes. Let's try this. I'm going to reread two different sentences from the passage. One sentence will be an interesting detail, and one sentence will be the main idea. See if you can tell which one is the main idea. Number 1. People and government can work together to protect fish stock. Number 2. The women sell their smoked fish to people in the village or to companies for export to Asia. What do you think?
Let me see. Which one is the main idea? Number 1. People and governments can work together to protect fish stock. Number 2. The women sell their smoked fish to people in the village or to companies for export to Asia.
Why do you think that?
I think sentence number 1 is the main idea.
Well, the passage talks about fish stock and the little is managing fishing stock, which I think is the same as protecting the fishing stock. I think the main message of the passage is to explain how people can protect fishing stock so that we stay with lots of fish in the ocean.
Okay. How do you know that sentence 2 is not the main idea?
Sentence number 2 gives an interesting detail about where the women sell their fish. They sell it to Japan. I didn't know that, but that is not what the passage is mostly about.
Great job! You did very well identifying the difference between the main idea and an interesting detail. The main idea of this passage is about how to protect fishing stock. It gives an example of where the government and the villagers worked together to create rules. The rules told people to stop fishing during certain times of the year.
Thanks. I understand that so well now.
Wonderful job. Students at home, for your assignment, I want you to think about what the villager did to protect an important resource. Ask your family about a time when they worked together with other people to protect something. Okay, students, let's recap what we've learned today. We practiced the sentence, we should stop catching fish during special times of year. We practiced blending sounds to read and write the words like blast, felt, wind, strong, west, and from. We use the words to read the sentence, Fran felt a strong blast of wind. Last, we read and discussed the passage, Managing Fish. Last, we read and discussed the passage, Managing Fishing Stock. Boys and girls, that's the end of our class today. We are so happy you were here with us. You were awesome. We hope to talk to you soon. Please stay safe.